Living out here in the country, there are a lot of wild animals, and we have a bird feeder almost on every tree, so we have a lot of birds. And my wife and my son love to see the birds and even name them and listen to what calls or what. I don't care for them particularly. I just don't like things that fly over my head. I don't know. It's just a me thing, I guess. Anyway, my son's also to the age where remote control cars are cool and drones are cool. The other day, guess what came in the mail? A remote control bird drone. What? That is pretty sweet. It's actually called the Go-Go Bird, and that's what we're going to look at today. This is Jeff with Jeff Reviews for You. My channel is dedicated to reviewing mostly as seen on TV items. I look at some consumer gadgets, other household items. Once in a while, I do a little bit of a DIY just because I like to. If that interests you, I would love it if you would subscribe to my channel and click the bell below. That way you're notified every time I release a video just like this one. One more thing. Don't forget to check down the description for my social media, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. I would love it if you would follow me there too. Now, let's take a closer look at this Go-Go Bird to see if it's any good. Let's open up our Go-Go Bird. We want to fly like a real bird. All right, so what do we have here? First things first. Ooh, that's a pretty colorful bird. So this, right off the bat, looks like a very thin plastic. It looks like I have a remote control. Let me see if I can get this bird out of here. How do you get it out of there without breaking it? All right. Okay, just a little bit of force takes the bird out. This actually kind of reminds me of that bird from A Bug's Life when the ants made the little bird. Anyway, that's kind of cool. Thin plastic. It's got a battery installed. What I understand is there's another battery. I have a screwdriver, and then I have a remote control. So underneath here, I think I saw as I was opening it, yep, those are the directions. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to read through the directions. We're going to charge this thing up and fly our bird. This part's pretty cool. So first you have to locate your battery, which is right here. And then this little tiny screw piece that's here, we have to loosen and drop down. They include a screwdriver, so it's really just a quick twist. And it drops down. Now we pull out the battery. I like that the battery comes out because I've used some of these before where you have to try to plug it in and it really does not work. So with our charger, we have to line up this line here with the line there, hook it together. Now they tell us it takes us 20 minutes to charge for a 10-minute flight, but they give us another battery. That is really neat. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go charge this up, put some batteries in the controller handle or the controller, and let's fly our bird. When we are charging, you'll see you'll have two lights on. The green light tells us that there's power to the charger. The red light tells us that it's charging. After 20 minutes, that red light will go out. So that's when we know it's done. So here's our controller, our remote control, and this one requires two AAA batteries that are not included. And sometimes I just wish we had batteries that charged, but we don't. Anyway, so I used the screwdriver that they sent. It's not the same type, but it seemed to have fit. So what I do is I have my Duracell batteries down there. Oops, I lost that screw. Anyway, so it's real simple to install. If you drop your screw like I did, you're going to have to make sure you find it because you will need it to hold this down in place. Otherwise, it just pops out. So I'm going to screw it back in. We're still waiting on the charge, but that's that. Once the battery is charged, you reverse the process, but put it back in, pop the screw back up, and you're ready to go. Now, there is the on-on button. On. It's the on-off button. Anyway, it's right here. The on-off button is right here. So we're going to push and hold it one time. And it should light up. Let's see. Did it light up? Push it again. Oh, there we go. I see the lights now. All right, so we are on. Turn our remote control on. So now what I'm going to do, there's a trigger button on the front here. I'm going to hold the bird by the base and watch what happens when I do that. Push the button again and it turned off the wings. That's kind of cool. So I'm supposed to be able to have directions on this. And then also if I put a focus here, I can do some tricks. So I'm excited to go try that out. So now we are all charged up. We are ready to get our bird to fly. There are two ways to start this bird off in flight. I can just gently let it go. Or I could use the remote control, the trigger part. Red light has come on, and that means it's time to go recharge the battery. So what I'm gonna do is I'll just swap it out for the other one. During my first few rounds of flight, I made a mistake. See, I was treating this thing like a remote control car where I could just let it go, drive around, and it's still responsive to me. But I noticed as it got further and further away from me, it stopped turning left or right when I wanted it to, and the only thing it did was stop when I hit the top button. So then I thought, maybe I have to be closer to the drone, the bird drone. So now I'm going to try to get closer to it as I go along, and let's see if that works. So I learned that if you're close to it, you can control it a whole lot better. If I want to turn left, or if I want to go right, you just have to be relatively close to it and not let it get too far away. Oh. Hey, sorry about that. Isn't this thing pretty sweet? I love the flying motion. Check this out. It's pretty cool technology. Anyway, tell me, what do you think so far of the Go-Go Bird? Have you used something like this? Would you be interested? Let me know down in the comment section below. I would love to hear from you.
Do I need a remote?
Yeah, chase it and steer it. In this video, we were looking at the Go-Go Bird. It's a drone bird. So what did I think of it? Well, early on, as I was trying to control it and it was flying further and further away, it was getting less and less responsive, and that's kind of frustrating. But then I learned I had to be close to it. But even then, the responsiveness wasn't always there. Like I'd hit left, 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 and all of a sudden it would turn left. I did notice that sometimes it just flew away. And I don't know if that's from being outside in a wide open space, but we just really hit the trigger button and let it just soar down. It was a lot of fun, and I love that I can swap out the batteries. They only gave us 2. I wish they would have given us 4 because they take 20 minutes to charge, and you get about 8 to 10 minutes per use. Sometimes I got a little less, but what I was able to do is charge it, take it outside, the other one's charging, play with it for a little while, come inside, wait a few minutes, swap out the battery, and go do it again. That was pretty cool. So extra batteries would be a huge plus. My son absolutely loved it. He thought it was cool just to run around and let it fly. And honestly, it is kind of neat to watch. If this is something that interests you, I will leave a link down in the description. This is Jeff with Jeff Reviews for You. As always, thanks for stopping by, and I hope you have a great day. Just like with other drones, you have them here, you tip them upside down, and they shut off. I really do appreciate that you stayed around for my entire review of the Go-Go Bird. I should say that the directions tell you not to fly it around trees or power lines or bodies of water like pools or lakes or whatnot. And it does have that auto shut-off thing, which is important. I did hit a few trees, and you can see from the tops of the wings here that there's a little bit of crinkle, and that probably will impact flight. It also says only handle it really by the body. Don't touch the head, don't grab the wings, because you want to make sure you keep the rudder part and everything safe, because that's how you fly it. Anyway, in this video, I had to charge up this thing, right? In order for me to charge it, I used my spin power to plug it right in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to link a review I did not that long ago of the spin power. And I'm going to link it right here. And I would love it if you would click on this link. And when you do, by the magic of the internet, I'm going to join you at this review. So go ahead, click it. It's safe. I promise.